Test 1, 2.
That's my microphone. All right. Good evening. Please be seated. All right. I'm Scott Vaughn. I'm the Director of Student Services for the College of Nursing here at East Tennessee State University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our nursing white coat ceremony. We're honored with your presence today, and as we celebrate these students' formal entry into the profession of nursing. The white coat ceremony has been an important part of the medical students' professional journey since 1993. We were honored in October 2015 when we were chosen as the only College of Nursing in the state of Tennessee to receive a grant from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to begin the white coat ceremony tradition for our students. So this is a big deal. We are excited to continue the symbolic cloaking of students, representing a commitment to upholding the patient-centered principles of nursing. I offer congratulations to the College of Nursing students as you take this official first step on your journey to becoming a professional nurse. Your success is our ultimate goal, absolutely. Thank you to all the family members here and friends of these students for joining us today. Immediately following the ceremony, we invite everyone to join us for a reception. It will be out the doors and slightly to your left. Dr. Wendy Naring, Dean of Nursing, will now bring forth her greetings.
Thank you, Scott. Today is a special day. It is the day that you formally receive your white coat as a symbol of your entry into the nursing profession. It is the day that you will reflect upon why you chose this profession. You may be here because someone close to you needed care and you remember the nursing care that loved one received. You may be here because a family member is a nurse. You may be here because you want to make a difference and care for others in need. Maybe you already know your career goals, and this is the first or second step in that process, having been a nurse's aide or EMT or an LPN before starting here at ETSU. You are here because you care about others. You are not afraid to get your hands dirty. You are able to think through a problem. You are not afraid of long hours, and you are passionate about being the best nurse that you can be. Over the course of your time with us, you will learn about wellness, disease, assessment, interventions, evaluation, delegation, human development, medications, nursing care, etc. Your minds will be stretched more than you anticipated, and you will perform skills you didn't think that you could. You won't faint when you draw blood. You will synthesize the information that you learned, the skills that you gained, and develop a plan of care in a moment's notice to save a life, to ease a mind, to hold a hand, to say a comforting word, to assist in healing, and to be silent when that is what is needed. You will provide some of the best care that you will ever give. You will graduate and become a licensed professional registered nurse. I want to just add here that on Wednesday I received a letter from a daughter of a father who is 97 years old and who was at Johnson City Medical Center. And he was cared for by one of our very recent graduates, actually a spring graduate. And she told me what wonderful care her father had received, that even though this nurse was newly graduated, it was phenomenal care. And that is what we're preparing you to be. Take pride in who you are and what you have committed to becoming. Remember this day and what this white coat represents. Your faculty also commit to being a guide at your side and will send you off to continue your destiny as a nurse. There will be ups and downs, but it will be worth it. Being a nurse has made all the difference in my life. I will now like to take a moment to recognize the individuals sitting on the stage. Mr. Scott Vaughn, who you just met, is our Director of the Office of Student Services. Next to him is Dr. Melissa Webb, Director of Undergraduate Programs and your keynote speaker for tonight. And on your far right is Ms. Ellen Drummond, Assistant Director for the Undergraduate Programs. Now, on your program, you see that Dr. Wilcie Bishop and Dr. Brian Nolan, our president, were both supposed to be here to welcome you. Unfortunately, they both had other commitments that they couldn't be here, but they send their regrets and certainly wish you the very best, and we'll see you soon at another event. So now we turn to the keynote address. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Melissa Webb. She just came to us less than a month ago. She is a 3-time graduate of ETSU. She bleeds blue. ETSU is very important to her, and we are so glad to have her come back home. She has worked in the VA, and most recently she was Dean of the Nursing Program, the Associate Degree Program at Northeast State Community College. But we brought her back home, and you are so fortunate to have her as your director, and you will get to know her very well over the next 5 semesters. So, without ado, may I introduce you and have Melissa Webb come up to the podium here and give you the keynote address.
Thank you, Dean Nearing. As what was just spoken, today is a very special day for each of you. It's a day that you'll remember forever. This ceremony is a symbol of your entry into what you're getting ready to become, which is a registered nurse. It's a time of reflection. It's a time for you to think, why did you choose this path? What has led you to where you are? And what has transformed you into the person that you are right now? Nursing school will transform you even more. The next semesters will lead you on a journey of learning, just like Dean Nearing said, from illness to wellness to disease to interventions, all that awaits you. Yes, your minds will be stretched. You will do things you never thought you could. You will find strength when you're exhausted. You will overcome when you feel like giving up. You will have experiences that will shape and mold you. You have a dream and an aspiration, or you wouldn't be here today. Yes, you will be changed. Regarding reflection and change, I would like to take a few moments to talk about rocks. Yes, rocks. I'm not a geologist. I just think that we have a lot in common with rocks. Have you ever thought about what makes a rock a rock? A rock is a naturally occurring solid mass that is composed of grains of different minerals. These minerals are arranged in different layers. These layers are held together by chemical compounds, and this creates a solid form. Each form is unique and different. And over the course of time, a rock can be transformed into a different shape. So now, let's think about how we are like rocks. You probably already get the similarities, right? Humans are composed of many life events or experiences. I call these the grains of minerals that form our rock. Our experiences are layered. That's that all experiences occur at one time, but over time. Our experiences are influenced by our dreams and our aspirations, which are like the rock's chemical compounds that hold it together and give it its shape. Each person is unique and different, just like a rock. And guess what? Over time, you will be transformed, just like rocks are. I would like to share with you some of the life events and experiences which I would like to refer to as minerals that have made up my rock. As a child, I was fortunate to be able to spend all my summer and all my Christmas breaks with my grandparents in Western North Carolina. This was a one flashing red light town in Western North Carolina. We were far from rich. I was raised on a really large farm, and what we had is what we had. Tobacco, hay, gardens, cows, pigs, horses, chickens, goats, ducks, guineas, you name it, we had it flocking around somewhere. We had what we raised, we ate what we raised. The woodshed, the spring house, the chicken house, the smokehouse, and oh yes, the outhouse were all parts of my everyday existence growing up. Chopping wood for the wood-burning cook stove in the kitchen, gathering eggs in the morning, milking the cows, and usually I was the one who held the tail of the cow, okay, back on the rear end. Slopping the hogs. Y'all know what slopping the hogs means? Feeding the hogs, slopping the hogs. These were part of my everyday existence. I learned the importance of how to live, and I was raised by a loving family. These were grains that formed the minerals and the layers of my rock. My grandmother was the care provider of my great-grandmother, who lived to be 104 with type 2 diabetes and was bedridden. I was involved in this care. I really think this is what really put the first layer of my rock together. I saw how the pride of a country family who were not about to accept handouts from health care impacted my family's life. Many layers of the minerals were added to form my rock during my young years on the farm. Then I started growing up and I had real jobs. You know, the babysitting jobs, the day camp counselor at the YMCA, those types of things. But then the most exciting thing happened in my life. I was exposed to health care. I was able to volunteer for my co-op year as a senior at one of the local hospitals in a very rural area. I did everything from being a ward clerk. Do you know what a ward clerk is? A unit secretary is what we call them now. A CNA, and a pharmacy technician student. These again were grains of minerals for my rock. I was more drawn to patient care than ever after I experienced the hospital. So I applied to ETSU and was accepted in the College of Nursing, where I spent my glorious years here being transformed. Really transformed. My thought, my pattern, everything about the way that I thought about healthcare. I was on a 4-year scholarship, and at that time, they chose who got in by lottery. Well, guess what? Do you think I have the best luck in the world? I have the worst luck in the world. So my parents contacted Mr. Randy Nintrup, who's a faculty member here at ETSU now, and said, what should Melissa do? He told us about a Kellogg program in rural Tennessee, Rogersville. So I was accepted, I relocated, and I was able to go to school with medical students and public and allied health students at the same time. Again, this added a layer to my rock. In 1996, after graduating, don't anybody calculate my age, from here, I went to work at the VA, where again, I had another layer added to my rock. I wanted to make a difference. Being a staff nurse at the bedside was great, but I wanted to make an impact on patient outcomes, and I wanted to make a big influence in my patients' lives, and to do that, I knew I needed more education. So I reapplied back at ETSU in the College of Nursing to work on my master's degree, and I chose nursing administration. At that time, another layer was added by Mr. Juan Morales, who was the CNO at the VA at the time. I was able to do my practicum with someone who had transformational and leadership nursing skills. I graduated in 2000, and guess where I landed? I landed here to teach students the one thing that I love most of all, and that's becoming a nurse and teaching them how to be a nurse. 7 years as an instructor at ETSU, I had 2 instrumental people in my life, Dr. Nancy Alley and Dr. Pat Smith, who also gave me opportunities to grow in administration and nursing education. I then decided I needed to go on and become more. So I applied in the College of Education for my doctorate and began my studies. There, I had some more layers that were added to my rock by a close friend who I actually was a study buddy with, and the person who helped me complete my dissertation as well, Dr. Hal Knight. I graduated with my doctorate in 2004. My rock had additional minerals added, and I'd been transformed by the experiences that I had. In 2007, I had another person to add some more minerals to my rock, and that was Dr. Carol Shaw at Northeast State. She contacted me about a new initiative, and that was to start an associate degree program from the ground up. I was scared. I left here and went to Northeast State, started writing curriculum, developing handbooks, policy, procedures, accepting students. 3 months later, 31 students began the nursing program. 9 years later, 300 students have graduated and become registered nurses due to Northeast State. That's a beautiful layer in my rock. I'm here now. Today is day number 14. I'm back home, and I love it. I do bleed blue and gold, and someone told me when I left Northeast State, said, lower the shades, your smile is way too bright. You are leaving us. So my smile is still bright. So I'm hoping to add to my beautiful layer of my rock while I'm here, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me do so. Again, we're like rocks. You can see that each experience is a grain or a mineral that actually adds to our rock. So I've told you about my grains, but you remember I said a rock has got a chemical compound that holds those grains together and gives it its shape? I haven't told you about my chemical compound. The thing that holds my minerals together is my love and respect that I have for the profession in which you are trying to get into, what you're doing right now. I love teaching students. So as I said to most of y'all, I have an open door policy. Chocolate, all that's in my office, okay? So stop in. In conclusion tonight, we are all unique and different, just like rocks. Humans can be changed and transformed over time, just like a rock. Again, nursing school will transform you. As a reminder of our time together tonight, I have placed a rock in your right coat pocket, okay? So as you continue to learn and expand your skills and knowledge of nursing and the profession, you will have many grains of minerals that will form the layers in your rock. But just remember the most important thing. The chemical compound, which is your dream and your aspiration of becoming a registered nurse, is holding your rocks together in a form solid shape. Thank you.
At this time, students will be individually recognized and welcomed into the nursing profession. Each student will be cloaked by the Dean of the College of Nursing, Dr. Wendy Naring, and the Director of Undergraduate Programs, Dr. Melissa Webb. Students, it is our hope that after the ceremony, you will forever hereafter look upon your white coat as a symbolic contract for your professionalism and your empathy in the practice of nursing. May you always uphold the values of the nursing profession. You may have already discovered that a small card has been placed in the pocket of your white coat. This card is a message of congratulations and encouragement from one of the faculty members of the College of Nursing. As faculty, we are honored to guide and support you on your journey to becoming a professional nurse. I would like to acknowledge all of the College of Nursing faculty members who are with us this evening. Faculty, please rise and be recognized. At this time, I'd like to invite the students to please come forward as directed by the ushers and be recognized and cloaked with your white coat. Mr. Joseph Carr. Nahili Ahmed. Camille Aiken. Omalola Akinodi. Ashley Anderson. Erica Anderson. Tiffany Auten. Ron Billiot. Kaylee Birchfield. Matthew Boyd. Megan Bradmore. Jessica Bridges. Megan Caudill. Chrislyn Cheek. Michael Ciccarone. Danielle Clinton. Jordan Cox. Christine Davis. Kimberly Dinsmore. Chelsea Dye. Monica Ekefre. Michaela Ensmore. Jessica Farmer. Kayla Fields. Olivia Fleener. Brianna Franklin. Emily Foltz. Ashley Glover. Hannah Goodman. Catherine Gortney. Caitlin Greer. Jessica Green. Jasmine Hale. Kelly Holly. Kristen Hawk. Alexis Hawkins. Mackenzie Hayes. Krista Henley. Mariah Henley. Charlotte Hudnall. Carly Hyatt. Charlie Jeffries. Natasha Johnson. Brianna Kenyon. Rachel Kilborn. Brandy Killian. Joseph Kosak. Helen Kwok. Rachel Lauren. Drew Leach. Logan Ledford. Kelsey Lloyd. Sarah Lowe. Got it. Haley Makinich. Alexis McGann. Bethany McKinney. Shelby Meek. Allison Miller. Caroline Miller. Chastity Miller. Leanne Moore. Elizabeth Olson. Corinne Perry. Lindsay Phillips. Callie Pistrang. John Poole. Kirk Price. Katie Ramsey. Victoria Ramsey. Savannah Rasnick. Morgan Rich. Megan Robinette. Brittany Ronigan. Laura Ross. Jesse Ryans. Amy Shelton. Austin Sims. Katie Sciarra. Grayson Smith. Haley Smith. Jackson Stewart. Sarah Summit. Seth Taylor. Jensen Teague. Heather Thomas. Anna Tolan. Alexis Tyler. Kara Van Dyke. Chelsea Womack. Kiana Watson. Krista Williams. Leslie Williams. Frederick Wilson. Hannah Wolf. Kathleen Wyckoff. Let's give each of these students a hand. And now, Miss Ellen Drummond, Assistant Director of our undergraduate program, will come forward to administer the white coat ceremony oath.
Good evening. Good evening and congratulations. At this time, I invite all the students in the class to take the oath to accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. Students, please rise. The oath will be projected on the screen. Okay. Please join me in reading the oath in unison. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care of suffering, my primary pressure to welfare of humanity and the relief of suffering, my primary concerns. I will apply in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibilities with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you, students. We were a little off, but we got it done. I would like to bring to your attention the small pin that is placed on your white coat. This pin was given to you by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, and it commemorates your white coat ceremony and the oath you have taken here this evening. You are asked to wear this pin on your coat as a visible reminder to always demonstrate humanism and excellence in your practice of nursing. This time, I would like to invite Mr. Vaughn back to the podium, and we will close the ceremony.
So congratulations, students, on completing this very important rite of passage on your journey to becoming a professional registered nurse and taking the oath to uphold the values of the nursing profession and provide compassionate and humanistic nursing care. We are very proud of you. Everyone, please join me in congratulating these students on the oath they have taken here today. This concludes the white coat ceremony. We invite everyone to attend the reception in honor of these students. It'll be held in the Alumni Gallery, which is located to the left as you exit the auditorium. And I want to ask everyone to please remain seated until the students have exited the auditorium. Thank you.